Bella don't get eliminated, and now he out the bubble on the way
Well,
back to the
did you
crib.
hear about that? They're letting you bring a significant other though. I think next week.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
does
because
that gonna work though? Because
they're gonna
that's
have
something we
less
do need to
people.
discuss here.
But it's less people, so it's gonna be a head count type of thing.
No, 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 no. I'm not talking about the you. I'm talking about the other side, the dark side of this. I ain't talking. You're talking about the general logistics of being there. I'm
I'm
talking
talking
about
about the humane portion of it. You're
right.
talking
I'm
about
talking about
you
if
want
both
the.
of us been high on the same girl.
Oh, that's not a. First of all, that's not a significant other. That's just a other. That's the others.
But you can do that though. You can bring us like you don't. They don't have to be married to the person to bring them.
So what? So here's what that sounds like. That sounds like I don't know if you heard about this. This is going to be a little bit of a tangent, and we'll get back
Mm-hmm.
into the schedule events here. That sounds like the Amber Heard situation.
Mm-hmm. Is that the
So,
one? Is that I know. See, there could be beef happening here now because you know that Derrick Rose's baby mama messes with Crowder
but
right now.
Derrick Rose ain't there though.
Oh, okay, so he's good. Okay, but
I
that
don't
would
think
be
he is. I don't think he
no
is at least. No, the
Minnesota.
Pistons not there.
Yeah, they're not there. Yeah, so but it would be interesting if a situation like that occurs that we just don't know about. Is what I'm saying.
That could cause us some interesting situations. I would hope that they would leave that home. Like you don't get to come. You stay at
Or
the.
what if you're a woman that's been messing with two different guys? They don't know, but they both send the invite.
I guarantee you that the NBA circles are too small. They know. That's like messing with two dudes in the same chapter. Like if you're in a frat or something, they know. They know. Anytime you think they don't know, they know.
You think they
Even if
just
they
don't care
not
at
in
this
the
point?
same, not if they, even if they not in the same chapter, they know because they know each other. So
Okay.
that's probably the best way to look at it. Like if you messing with somebody in Mizzou, but then you in St. Louis and you messing with somebody that's at one of the St. Louis schools, we know.
Yeah, but okay, but that'd be like, what if somebody's at the Colorado chapter and you in the St. Louis chapter? You may not
Same
know because
province, we know.
I say we still know.
We got the
Okay,
same meetings, bro.
California versus St. Louis then.
Well, I mean, at that point, you got to also discredit the fact that these dudes been playing AAU together, that they've been in
Point
college.
taken.
There's too
Yeah.
many. There's too many ties that bind. The NBA is too small of a community for it not
Okay.
to be out there.
So some no lady could be there and be in two different rooms and nobody know.
No, I mean, I got some people we can certainly bring on to give the details about this. But this also is a good time to talk about the venture that's getting ready to our next venture that's going to be coming out of the network, and that's going to be the Scenario Sportscast, and
Yes,
that's going
yes,
to
man. I
be.
can't wait for you to drop
Hey
this.
man, and that's gonna be with yours truly, man. I spent a lot of time talking about sports here and whatnot. You know my background, you know my story, you know where I'm at, you know how I try to make the bacon at the house. But we're gonna get into a brand new element of sports here on the first sports only podcast. It's crazy we haven't had one yet, but the first sports only podcast on the Strata Locash Network, man. It's gonna be the Scenario Sportscast, hosted by yours truly. I'm gonna have different people coming on all the time to talk about different elements of sports, different pro athletes, different collegiate athletes, other writers, different people like that. Just really pulling on my network and pulling on friends I got, man, to come in and talk about different angles of the sports world. As what you're seeing here, of course, is also with a couple of some legitimate angles as well. But not to say that these aren't. These are certainly things that matter. These scenarios matter, but we're gonna definitely dive into some other ones. And here's like another look into that before we move too far past this. Talking about the NBA restart,
Mm-hmm.
we would be tragically off brand if we didn't address the Lou Williams situation.
Shout out to but Lou Williams.
Sweet Lou
He is
Will,
making himself into a icon outside of being an icon.
an
Like he's
icon within an icon.
yeah. So he was already an icon with the whole situation he had. What was it, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago when he had
Oh,
two
word! I
girlfriends.
forgot that was him.
Yes, that's Sweet Lou. Sweet Lou.
Everything makes sense now.
Yeah. People forgot that Sweet Lou had two girlfriends sitting on the baseline at every one of his
Yes,
games. That he was in a full relationship with both of them
yes, and they were in a relationship with each other
for two
too.
years. For 2 years.
Yes, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
You know what? Leave Lou Williams alone, man. He didn't let y'all know that
And
he
then
not
Lou
running
Williams
the
come
same.
straight out of high school too.
Yeah, he came out of Mississippi.
From the SIP.
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet Lou got caught up in the strip club, getting some wings. And you know what? The dude that Jack Harlow, whoever the little punk rapper or whatever, that was some sucker stuff to put that up, knowing that he's got, like that's what we can. Every picture you don't need to put it up.
That's when cats be living for the gram, man.
You put that out way after the fact, like man, after everything is up, like man, I ain't want to put this out. Or ask Lou, like, yo, Lou, can I put this up?
I'm sure Lou. Some things, man, you just don't need to have a camera out for. And one of the
Right, or
places,
no, or I just take a camera and I show you and be like, hey, dog, last night at Magic City, I saw Lou Williams. And that's just me and you. I just send it to you. That don't mean that, or show it to you on my phone. That don't mean I did put it on Instagram.
that don't mean you send it to TMZ.
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, that's a real thing. So like for y'all that don't know, man, the Lou Williams situation. Lou Williams left the NBA bubble, and went back to Atlanta for a funeral.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So while he was there, he stopped by Magic City. And real quick, to his thing, he said stopped in, you know what I'm saying, blessed the scene, got him something to eat, and then headed on back out. Now, here's a couple of things about this situation that I wanted to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
So, was Lou really there for the wings and fries, or was he there for the hips and thighs?
Yes, I believe he was there for that.
For both?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the wings and thighs and the hips and fries, like, is that like a combo plate you can order? That's a 4-way combo.
Yeah, but this is the thing is that some people like, wow, he couldn't have been there for the food. You haven't been to a black strip club. There is some great food at some of these black strip clubs across the nation.
Yes, indeed.
Some great jumbo shrimp platters that are out there.
Indeed.
Like I've been to a strip club. Like, yo, I don't like going to strip club. But somebody was like, if I'm kind of hungry, I'm like, you know what? I'll go real quick because I know they got that jumbo shrimp platter.
Yeah, that jumbo shrimp platter is like it's like a mainstay of every reputable strip club that's worth being there.
Yeah,
like, they don't have a jumbo shrimp platter. Jumbo shrimp platter. I kind of don't want to be there.
Yes, actually, I don't even trust your establishment at that point.
Yeah, I don't want that. I want just like when they give you just like a ridiculous amount of fries, and you be like, son, like you can't even see the plate or the basket because there's just so many fries in that joint.
It's just like us going to Illusions on the east side to get them jumbo shrimp and then wings over there.
Yo, that's one of the best wings and shrimp plates in America. Too.
America, dude. If anybody, I wouldn't advise you to go over there without a Sacagawea. I was gonna say a Sacagawea.
You need like a Gandalf to take you on that.
Yeah, you need a guide to get over on the East St. Louis side to know how to maneuver around that way.
Yeah, but I highly recommend that. But yeah, so Lou did that. Lou had to come back and get quarantined. Now here's my thing. If I'm Lou, this is just me kind of looking at it, trying to look at it through a brother perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Lou been in the league since 2004, so this is Lou's 16th season. Lou know the Clippers making the playoffs. Lou not really trying to play in these little warm-up games. So he got business to handle. Go and take care of stuff. Lou know he gonna be back in time to play when it count.
Mm-hmm.
When it count. Like the Lakers clinched #1, that's taken care of. That's out the bag now. Now Lou is back for the Clippers to play for the 2 seed. I think this is all strategy. When you talk about load management, Lou is just doing load management for himself. He decided to include Magic City.
For 3 months, he should be good.
I mean, but there's a Magic City option in there. And if you've been living in a bubble with nothing but dudes for a couple of weeks, and that ain't really your lifestyle. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No. Think about your lifestyle as having at least 2 women, and you going to all brothers around you at all times.
Like my man Shawty Lowe said, must be 2 sides.
Right.
So man, shout out to Lou Williams, man, and shout out to what that looks like.
Yeah, shout out to Aries, the stripper that got interviewed by. So some reporter actually went to Magic City and interviewed the strippers to see what happened there. And they was like, he was super nice. He came by and tipped me, and then went to go get his food.
Amazing.
But and at first he was like, man, that's kind of bad. I was like, no, that was his offering. That's like coming into the church and you walk in, they have the basket up front, you just walk by and you just put your money in and just keep it moving. That's what he did. He was like, keep it moving, and he went to go get his fish fry plate down at the fish fry at the bottom of the church.
Don't see a problem with that. Don't see a problem with that at all. Probably don't need strippers at church, but I mean, he was in an environment that kind of,
But for Lou Williams, that seemed like that may be his sanctuary.
Listen, man, you're a brother from Mississippi. That's a different type of
Well, they named the wings that he gets after him.
See, and he said
they're lemon pepper and barbecue wings. They're lemon pepper and barbecue wings.
He said anybody that knows me knows that's my favorite restaurant on earth. I was just like,